And then by the end of the show, they're a bit, they kind of sit there for a while and they're quite moved, and some you're usually in tears, and they just usually kind of take a moment after the show to think about what they just watched.
On Wednesday, She Has a Name hit the ground running at Persephone Theater's backstage stage, and I found out extremely early in my interviews that my regular theater reporting style wasn't going to work with She Has a Name, as this production pulls no punches and hammers you with the disturbing and harsh realities about the global-wide human trafficking problem.
People who see the show, whether they knew something about the story beforehand or not, they're just they're sort of blown away by it.
Some shows want to lift you and make you happy, and this show definitely informs you and makes you realize that some things aren't right in the world.
The story revolves around a Canadian lawyer working undercover to shut down a human trafficking ring run out of Thailand. His only witness is a prostitute who was known only as Number 18. And yes, this is fiction, but the destroying revelation is that the scenarios presented in She Has a Name occur on a daily basis and closer to home than you could ever imagine.
I think the people who don't have like a first-hand situation, and there seem to be a lot, like we get people coming up to us all the time and saying, well, this happened to my sibling, or you know, somebody's niece or nephew disappeared, and then 5 years later turns up again, or whatever it is. But if they haven't had that personal sort of contact with it, yeah, it's pretty surprising.
It's an honor, and it's really a pleasure to be part of a show that actually affects people and moves people to do more research about what the show is about. As
much as the message is that it's terrible and it shouldn't happen, just being aware that it does, and keeping your eyes open to what's going on in the world around you, I think that's as much what the show is for and about.
The final show of the Saskatoon leg of the tour is this Saturday night, and as they do in every city, after Saturday's show, they will host a Talk Back panel. And in attendance on Saturday night will be the president of NASHI, a Saskatoon-based organization that raises awareness about human trafficking through education, and the India field director of Mission Mercy Canada. You are encouraged to get your ticket in advance as space is limited. For Shaw TV, I'm Curtis Anderson.